Welcome to the podcast. This is Pyrolus. This is Baka-Talk. Yeah. So here we are today. It's been a while. Friends, possible lovers. Been a moment. You know, missed you guys dearly. Missed all of you guys a lot. I don't think you guys missed me, but that's all right. Today we're going to be talking about lots of things, many things. But first I'm going to introduce my co-host here. We got Boom in front of me.
Hello.
And we got Ramen Cat to the side of me.
Hello.
Wheeze is not here.
He chickened out.
He chickened out again, which apparently is the norm recently.
I guess. Maybe. I don't know.
I've seen the Discord messages.
We had a week off technically, which
Did
I
you?
forgot to say. But
Yeah, happy late
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
yeah, like
Hope you had a good holiday. If you didn't, well, that's on you.
yep.
Not my problem.
Exactly. How have you guys been? It's been 9 months, I think. 9 months-ish. Yeah.
Enough for a kid to be born.
Yeah, enough for a child to be born, yeah. If any of you guys gotten pregnant, had kids, anything I missed out on that aspect? Anything you need help with?
Literally nothing in life has happened.
Well, I mean nothing in life has happened.
Ramen Cat's gone more crazy. He took your position and just like it all went downhill instantly.
Yeah.
Like for him or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
You
a
know.
mental load
I
that you were carrying on your shoulders.
I carry a lot of things on my shoulders.
See, the problem was I was already carrying like a load.
Yeah.
And then I added yours to it.
Yeah, there's just too much load.
I need to add one more, and then it will cause a synchronicity or a singularity, and then all of a sudden a black hole will open up and swallow this pitiful little rock.
Well, I'm going to make a load for you to carry this time when I leave again, you know?
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
All fair game, right?
Yep.
All's fair in love and war.
No one can hear me nod.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
Nodding right now, huh?
Right. Nod.
Just do like an anime. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Just make noises whenever you move.
Oh, that's even worse on a podcast. Just going,
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Just sounds like you're like
All right.
like
Totally
gargling
disinterested.
nails.
Mm-hmm. Ah.
So how have
Gotcha.
you been, Pyrolus?
There are good days. That's a lie. There are days. And there are bad days. Some days I wake up. Some days I was already awake. There are days.
Oh, I thought we were gonna get like some Vietnam flashback stuff there.
I don't know. I saw the bubble above him, like the war crimes and stuff going on.
I divulged some of the flashbacks to you, gentlemen. We must not divulge further.
Yeah, we can't say that.
I mean, we could. It'd probably get us lots of like ratings,
That's true.
but it would deter from the formula.
I could make this episode explicit.
No, that's good. We can continue with whatever we're doing here. What are we doing here?
I don't know. This is your idea.
You had the bullet points. This was not my idea. It was your guys' idea to make me
All
host
right.
it.
So for our bullet points today, Boom and I have for like the anime half, we caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen and also for Aaron Beyond Journey's End. And then on the nerd dump half of it, we have just little snippets of just stuff to talk about, like the new Fallout TV show that's coming out.
AI is taking over gaming.
AI is taking over and ruining
Which sounds like
gaming.
it sucks.
And what was the other thing? There was one more thing.
Didn't Pyros have something?
Me and my brother watched. We got sick the past few days, so we just binged watched all of The Boys, all of Invincible. Then I got him caught up to where we're at currently, and then he did not like Korewa Zombie Tetsuka, or Is This a Zombie?
Oh, okay.
Which I almost smothered him for. That's okay.
So nothing like that's non-anime related besides for the being sick and watching all the boys and stuff.
Yeah, not really. No.
Okay.
First
Yeah.
time in a while, I just sat in bed and did nothing for a few days. It was nice.
I wish I could do that.
It is truly beautiful.
It'd be pretty good. I sat around, I played Fortnite all day Monday. That was interesting.
Yeah,
Fortnite.
I was at work and seen in like our group chat, just like, is anyone on? Like 20 people.
Yeah. But apparently nobody was doing anything Monday.
I
So
guess, yeah. But no, like, all right. How's we usually get? Where's the segue?
Okay, so
Anime. All right,
Yeah.
you caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen. Are we both on the same wave this time?
this is such a train wreck. Yes, we're
Yes.
caught up on Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay, what did you think of it?
I was kind of, I don't know, watching Jujutsu Kaisen is kind of like, you ever like, you know those TV show moments where like the character like witnesses like an explosion go off or like a car wreck. It's just kind of like that point of view where everything's just ringing and muffled and you're just like watching the chaos.
Yeah,
It's kind of what it feels like watching Jujutsu Kaisen now.
I
Just feels like a PTSD moment as you're just watching the episode.
yeah,
Like my boy, he's dead.
yeah, he's dead. Wiki
Yeah,
lied
that's-
to me.
What?
It said Wikipedia lied to me.
Reddit didn't lie to me, unfortunately.
But also, I mean, that kind of like with that kind of Spence, what's his name, Mojito, or whatever, the shape shifting dude that does
yeah.
like all the soul curse stuff.
Mhm.
Like that kind of cements him in definitely as like the big villain now.
No, it's still Sukuna.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean,
Sukuna is the villain.
yeah, I know he's the villain. Okay, the active villain.
Yeah,
Sukuna
he's
just
the
showed
current-
up
He's
and just
the current a-hole that they need to kill.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were all aware that the true villain is the darkness that the main character is fighting the entire time. He's just trying to fight himself and make himself better in order
That's-
to.
That's
Sukuna.
Sukuna.
Sukuna
okay.
and the main character are literally one person.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay. Okay.
I got the show.
So-
I won.
Yeah. So Jujutsu
Look at my
Kaisen is
magic.
about this kid named Yuji Itadori, and there's these things called curses.
Yeah.
But there's also like everyone's trying to collect up these fingers from like this like king of curses. Like he was like the most powerful like
Demon
curse
finger,
sorcerer. And at one point, like in the first episode, because of a situation that the main character is in, he eats one of the fingers.
Yep.
And instead of just gaining like curse powers or just dying, he just becomes the curse king or like partially incarnate. Like he's
Yeah.
the vessel for him.
The
Okay.
vessel, essentially.
And Sukuna is
It's just
I-
Harry Potter.
more like Jekyll and Hyde.
Okay.
Sukuna, like so far, like he's been like stupidly powerful in the little bit you see him. And in the last couple episodes of this season, his casual playing around essentially nuked and melted an entire city sector.
Well, he wasn't
Sounds
just
about
playing around.
No,
but-
I think that was Sukuna just playing.
You think?
Yeah, he was having way too much fun. That was casual for him.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right, I guess that's true.
Like, I want this man to fight Goku.
He would probably. I don't know. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't even want to get in that discussion.
Like,
No one can
That's what
defeat
everybody
Saitama.
says.
I
Let's
know.
fight Goku. I don't want to fight Goku.
hey, the best one I ever seen of that was I don't remember what character it was. I think it was the main character from One Punch Man. It's like, who doing this fight? It's like neither, because they would probably just go get something to eat.
Oh, that's Superman versus One Punch.
Oh
Man.
yeah, Superman versus
Yeah, they would literally just like become friends.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue with that argument. Is Saitama literally doesn't care about fighting half the time.
yeah,
Well, it's the same thing. It's like the same argument like Superman versus Goku.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
would literally just like go get something to eat and just become
Yeah,
friends.
maybe train or something a
Yeah.
little bit. But back to the Jujutsu Kaisen thing, I completely understand what you mean by that. It feels like it's the ringing of like a car wreck.
Yeah.
Or having a grenade go off next
Yeah.
to your head.
Well, especially like I don't know, just the way they did my man dirty. Just like
I mean,
was
he
sad
was
to
on
see.
his way out, I think, anyway.
yeah, but
so-
just like they made him fight all those like curses and stuff. Like I almost would have rather him just die
yeah, at that point.
at that point and they have like a scene of him dying, but no, they made my man suffer.
Yeah.
Although now
Yeah.
he gets to read his books.
He does get to read his books. The one thing I have to keep reminding myself is not every episode is a freaking cinematic movie.
Yeah, this one was
So-
like really low quality.
Yeah.
Like
So,
not bad quality, but just like
Standard.
minimal.
Because they're putting monies in a certain episode.
Well, no,
Yeah,
what they
they
do,
are.
they literally like the last couple episodes before this one, it actually switches and like switches into like cinematic movie level animation quality.
I'm not sure how I'd feel about that personally.
I like it because what it does, they do it in a good way of like obviously fights and stuff matter between certain characters, but they do it in like only at like the most climactic points to emphasize like
Yeah.
how important like this moment is.
Yeah,
It's
but-
done. It sounds weird, but it's done in a way it's not bad. It definitely does make kind of feel like that lightheadedness after a fight when
Yeah.
you're coming off from like to the rest of the episodes. Although the thing that's crazy to me is the amount of fighting that there's been. Like,
well, this
it's,
whole arc is basically just one giant fight arc.
yeah, it's just been back to back fighting and like awesome choreographing and stuff too, like how they animated everything.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
been
love,
super good.
I love how Yuji fights.
Yeah.
It's kind of that like it's kind of a little bit traditional Mars, but just very brutal
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of improvising.
Well, it's like even like I was reading or watching videos kind of on the lore of Jujutsu Kaisen, and like even later on in the manga, like Itadori, not Itadori, what's his name, right?
Yuji Itadori.
Yeah, he's like even complaining that everybody else has like really fancy like combat styles.
He's
He's like,
just-
all I do is punch people.
I also like too how they're doing like some of the chase cameras and stuff.
Yeah, those are really
Like
cool.
they feel a little weird at first, but it's like it just kind of puts emphasis on like the tension of the
Mhm.
scenes and stuff.
No, I really like the camera work. They ever since Chainsaw Man, I noticed Mappa has been like going like a cinematic route where they consider where the camera placement and stuff is actually going to be. Like it's like not some animes where you always talk about like why is the camera angle like this? It's just
Yeah.
a super weird angle. They think about like, okay, if we're directing this scene in real life, where would the cameras be placing? Where would they move?
I
and
do
stuff
like that some of the studios are shifting to that.
Well,
Yeah.
Because it's something I really like in general.
Well,
Because
it's
you
like
can use it
you,
really cool.
you watch Chainsaw Man,
Yeah.
right? Like they did that a lot in Chainsaw Man. Like it wasn't unrealistic.
Mhm.
It was like if they were running through a building, it felt like the camera was like following them.
Yeah.
So
They
it was
did.
really nice.
They had a really cool scene in Jujutsu Kaisen where it's like, the main character's fighting this guy, and they're like, they bust into like this restroom area, and it switches in an area I didn't think they would because of the level of detail they had to do. Of like, there's parts of like the bathroom stalls that are busted, so it cuts to like a first person of
Yeah.
him like grabbing onto stuff and like swinging through that to like loop around and like hit the guy.
Oh, I did want to say when I watched that, I was actually getting like nauseous.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
that to
so-
me, that whole fight next to like Sukuna's now,
Yeah.
obviously, it
Well,
was like the coolest.
What
anime fight.
I mean by that is like I have very bad motion sickness.
Mhm.
Like when I play VR, I can't play games where
Can't play
I'm-
Minecraft.
I can't play Minecraft
Yeah.
in VR. That would actually
Tracking.
make sick. It's a POV, but like the roller coaster game in VR, I can't play that
Oh, really?
because I'm not the one moving.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I was sitting in my computer chair watching Jujutsu Kaisen, that first person scene, I wasn't the one moving, but like when I was like focused in on it, it looked like I was moving.
Yeah.
So my brain instantly told me, "Oh, like this isn't good."
Yeah.
You know, when he played those games, I'd have to pick him up and move him around with the game, so that way like, he didn't get motion
Yeah, and
sickness.
then he made the roller coaster sounds too. Like,
Yeah.
Shook you when you're going down the chest. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Please keep hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Didn't he purposely not do it? So I have to mimic him getting his arm cut off like it would in real life, you know?
So switching gears from gruesome and violent and switching to
Goblin Slayer season 2.
I've
Yeah.
only seen the first couple episodes.
Oh,
So have I.
yeah.
It's really good though.
Yeah, I'm liking
I
it
like
so
it.
far.
You know who else doesn't like goblins? Probably, even though there hasn't been any goblins. Boom.
She killed them all.
Yes, probably. No, her apprentice, probably. Freyrin, or however you say it.
Freyrin.
Freyrin Beyond Journey.
Beyond
I
Journey.
finally
Oh,
got
I read
caught
this
back
manga.
up.
Yeah, you did read it.
Yeah.
So in the anime, we just got to the point where they're in the northern lands, and they just killed the two executioners,
Okay.
the three executioners that go into the town to trick the humans. And her party, the warrior, Freyrin are all there.
Fern
They
is
kill them.
terrifying.
Fern is terrifying.
She just casually is like, "Oh yeah, I have this rail cannon spell." Bzz, 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 bzz. Although, what's his name? The warrior.
I forget his name.
Yeah. Him just casually just being like, yeah, I got hit by an axe by the enemy. Now lightning. That was odd.
That was cool. Pyrolis is looking at us like he has no idea what they're talking about. So you read this, but you don't remember a single thing, do you?
Listen, it's been a bit. Not gonna lie.
No, where I'm at now is like where they are in the north. Stark, yeah.
That's his name.
They met Kraft the monk. The
Oh,
other
Kraft
elf,
is cool.
and how like elves are just casually, yeah, see you in a
Did you hear his voice?
Yeah.
It's Toji.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's straight up Toji's voice actor.
Huh.
I'm just like listening to him talk, and I'm just like, oh my god, Toji's in this world.
That's where he went when he died.
And like he's just like they enter the cabin, and he's just doing squats. I'm just like, oh my god, it is Toji.
I thought there was gonna be more of that, but I like how they're showing. It's like this.
He's gonna be back.
Well, I like how they're showing like this is why elves just are going extinct.
Yeah.
They don't even bother to like really relate to each other in any way.
What did you think of the most recent episode, like the downtime episode?
I would have liked it better if it wasn't the whole like.
I heard this a while ago because this
Yeah.
was on my old phone.
Yeah.
The reason I remember is because of Lolly Elf Girl.
Lolly Elf Girl, yeah.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have focused more on like Stark,
Yeah.
like in his downtime helping
No,
people,
I-
not just the random. Oh yeah, the sword
I think it
never
was
left.
cool, like focusing on Fern's like thought process because she doesn't know how to like interact with people. She's been following this emotionalist elf around for like
Ever.
20 some years.
Yeah,
Like,
This is the one that she adopted as a kid we're talking about, right?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the one that the one priest was like, "Oh, I was drunk my whole life. Take this child."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tricked
Yeah, I know.
her into it's like, yeah, I need you to decipher this grimoire. You know it's fake. Yep. But I'm dying, so you're taking my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm going out for milk, boy.
And she's like, "I'm over a few thousand years old. What's going on here?
Yeah.
You're gonna die when I
The way
blink."
Freyr gets tricked into things so many times, or like when she gets arrested in that the start of that first arc, she's like about to blast the demons, and these guards just tackle her to the ground, and she's just like, I get what you mean by she's just like one of those cats,
The tuxedo
the
cat.
tuxedo cats, because I can just imagine her like she's just laying there on the ground, just like.
It's like when a cat gets like grabbed by a kid.
And then they pick her up by the back of her shirt, and she's just like all four like limbs just hanging, and just like it was funny. I don't know why I laughed so much. I love that
like
show.
Slap a ring on that finger. All I'm saying.
What's that?
Slap a ring on that finger.
I don't know if she's like waifu material.
What do you mean? Why not?
No,
Kudere.
she's not.
Kudere. Has the anime world forgotten what a kudere is?
She would be like the this is my best friend that would like watch my back type character.
Fern's
They need
more
love
like
too.
waifu material.
They need love too.
Yeah, Fern's more waifu material.
What the heck?
Although I freaking want her and Stark just to hold hands.
You're
Like,
talking about
they
the
had
show.
that scene where they just had like both the hands in the picture. I'm like, come on, hold hands.
Well, I think what they're doing with it is playing on the fact that like Stark comes from a family obviously that like showed no love like outside
Yeah.
like his brother being kind to him. And then the only like other mentor figure he ever has had was the dwarf who's like just blunt and straightforward.
Yeah, right.
And then you have Fern who just is devoid of emotion.
She's not devoid of emotion.
Well, she's not devoid of emotion. Like she can be happy and stuff, but she's mostly just grouchy all the
She's
time.
just been alive too long. You special care to those people, okay?
She's not even alive for what, at this point 22 years in the story now.
No, we're talking
Yeah.
about the different.
Fern's
different-
almost 30, my dude.
Is she?
I was saying the elf.
Yeah,
Oh.
because so
Oh yeah, it
if you
starts
look,
at, like,
it's 29 years past the hero's death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She met the alcoholic priest like,
and she was like,
5-ish, I think.
yeah.
well,
And
yeah,
then she
Fern was like
starts
6.
She starts trialing Farron at like 22 years after the
The hero's
hero's
death.
death. Yeah.
And now it's 29 years. She's like, well, okay.
No, she.
How old is she? I'm kind of curious now because
I-
she was talking about her being in her
Wikipedia says
30s.
12. And you're like, what?
I
I'm
think she
looking it up
turned
now.
21 when they're in the village that they helped clean up the shoreline. because that was like her birthday, and Farron was trying to find something for her.
Maybe.
I do like how they're using birthdays as kind of like benchmarks in the story.
Yeah.
How long is a millennium?
A millennium, I think, is 1,000 years, isn't it?
See, the elf's only 1,000 years old. That's young. Let's be honest. It's not too much, okay? And in this world is magic, which means that I myself can get longevity.
Okay, I feel like if it wasn't for the fact she was forced to decapitate herself, you would have liked Aura better.
Why do you say that?
Demon waifu lolly.
Yeah, Demon Waifu Lolly was pretty good. I'm kind of glad she's dead, but also sad.
Yeah, but wasn't she like
She was only 500 years old.
Yeah, wasn't she like a meanie stinker man?
Yeah, she was kind of a stinker.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, this girl. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. She's definitely a stinker.
Why don't you give me? All right.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You gave me like the other day this whole like goth girl spiel, and she's like the epitome.
No,
of,
she's
like,
not. Freerin is the epitome of goth girl. This is just a wannabe alt girl that's trying to show up Freerin but fails to do so.
But the whole like scale scene, like when they're explaining like how they like can damper down like their mana presence, that was great. Just like all of a sudden it's just like on the scale.
Why would you need to level yourself down so I can level myself up? Duh. Yeah, no,
or how Farron's master just casually just nukes demons.
Yeah. Like that was a little insane when that whole background scene happened, where it's like just obliterated, completely gone.
And she's like, I'm a complete coward. Zap.
Yeah.
why can't I be isekai to these worlds is all I'm saying.
Because you'd probably die in 5 minutes.
No, I wouldn't. If I'm getting isekai, that makes me the main character, which means that I have plot armor, which means I'm not dying.
That just gave me an idea. We need a story called Isekai to Another World, and I'm not the main character.
See, that's when I would just cry. And they have that. It's called Isekai as a mob. Just putting it out there.
Ah, okay.
And even he survives because it turns out he's the main character instead of being the mob. You know why? Because the story is about him, hence the title Isekai as a mob.
So apparently, by chapter 29, she's 18. I feel like, though, because there's also chapter 60 they're referencing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if like the time progression kind of stops after chapter 29. But so far, she's at least 18 years old. But I feel like she references in the anime where she's at least 25.
Yeah, I feel like what they're gonna do is it's probably by the time it's all said and done, they reach their destination. I feel like it's gonna be because they are literally retracing like the heroes party.
Well, they're actually going to like this magical place called Heaven. So I don't know if that's gonna be a real thing or
it's a magical place called Heaven.
Yes.
Or it's just so far north that that's what everyone calls it.
Or maybe the elf is just trying to finally die.
That could be too. We don't.
I don't think so because she doesn't. No way, shape, or form has she ever like said she wants to die or is like tired.
Most
of
depressed
life.
People don't.
It's more she's very immature and she's kind of learning to appreciate things because she's kind of just went willy-nilly on everything, which is what elves do apparently in this world, like doing squats in the middle of a cabin instead of getting firewood.
Well, it's like. Okay, if you could live for thousands and thousands of years, like, would you?
I'd open a taco stand.
You would be the same way. You wouldn't go like.
I would be amazing. I would be the best thing the world has ever seen.
Would you, or would your laziness get in the way and be like, "Oh, I'll do that next week in 3 years"?
Next week, more like next year. I got
no, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that is kind of how the elves are, though.
The thing is, I wouldn't just do nothing. I'd be chaotic. I'd go out to town like, well, I'm not making guns today. I'm gonna do this instead and do some other chaotic thing. I'm not just gonna do nothing. I'm chaos.
Well, she was kind of taught by somebody to kind of like make your life as like little as possible for some reason.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll figure that out.
So all I'm saying, reincarnate me with an AK-47. I'll teach her the joys of life again.
I've never seen an anime where you're reincarnated. Well, never mind. There's reincarnated with my smartphone.
Exactly. Exactly.
I guess there could be reincarnated with
with my
AK.
AK-47 reincarnated as an AK-47.
No, I don't want to be an AK-47. I want to have the AK-47.
What if you were the AK-47 though?
I'd still find joy, just not as much.
Like did you ever see the anime that came out, reincarnated as a vending machine?
No, but it sounds
horrible.
yeah, it does.
Weez really liked it.
I was
but
gonna say I refuse to watch.
I watched the first episode. It seemed kind of stupid to me, but yeah, it was interesting. You could do something like that. You could have like abilities where you get different bullets and stuff.
It's
like
just
that.
a Borderlands gun at that point.
Yeah, you're just like a smart gun from like Cyberpunk or something.
I'd rather just be a gun.
Just a gun.
Just a
Just a
gun.
a
gun.
stupid gun. Just
Yeah. Oh, I ran out of ammunition. Leave me in your
Or
closet
what-
forever.
what's that one anime where the girls turn into guns?
That's Upote.
What?
Upote.
Upote?
Upotte.
Yeah, where the girls are all gun types and they turn
Yeah.
into guns and stuff.
The elementaries, the 9mm
Yeah,
area. Then you got the
yeah.
I'm
And they all go to school.
Yeah.
This is a real
It's
thing.
real.
I don't
And
doubt
manga.
it.
It's kind of
I
great.
don't doubt it.
they're both adorable, both anime and manga. I recommend them. It's, again, Upote, Uniform, Papa. I'm not gonna do the phonic alphabet here. Just Upotte. Can't figure that out. Shame on you.
Okay, with that, lighting the anime building on fire and scurrying over to the ramshackle apartments that are Nerd Dump. Kick a few rats, you know.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
Because that's all I got for anime stuff.
Technically, we also have our main topic as well, if we want to do a main topic.
Before we leave the anime topic, like I said earlier, get a,
Yes.
get the hold on. Let me. What was it? The anime called again?
What anime?
The one
This is not a zombie.
No. Hold on. Give me a moment. Give me a second. Boom. You're gonna love this editing. Future Diary is a bad anime.
How so?
I explained it in the Discord.
I don't want to read through your Discord messages. Speak.
All right, fine. So basically, nothing makes sense. It's nonsensical. There's no character. The characters can do something.
Oh,
awful.
is this where you dissed Evangelion?
Yeah, he somehow threw it.
Yeah.
Even
You were-
Yeah, like that crap was like bull crap right there. I'm just like going through my day, typing on my computer, and I just like see a Discord message, just you're just ragging on this anime, and I just see a message like, oh yeah, it's giving me Evangelion vibes. I'm like, what is this crap I'm reading?
That also reminded me. I found just randomly because I just randomly skimmed through the internet.
Randomly.
Randomly.
Oh, we all know he was looking for. He just didn't find it.
No, actually, I was not looking for this, but there's apparently an anime called Dan.
Oh, that's a big anime that's coming out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not a little thing. Everybody's excited for that.
Oh, okay. It's
Dan.
apparently about
Supernatural aliens all being possibly horny.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like, do you want me to read the synopsis that I found of it?
sure.
All right. So this is pulled straight from old reliable Facebook.
Yeah.
I found an anime
Is-
page.
It's
It's-
probably a Russian psyop.
Probably. I don't
Don't
know.
know.
They just announced like new video games and anime coming out. I don't care.
The aliens are just the Red Scare again.
So the synopsis is Momo Ayase strikes up an unusual friendship with her school's UFO fanatic, whom she nicknamed Okarun, because he has a name that is not to be said out loud. While Momo believes in spirits, she thinks aliens are nothing but nonsense. Her new friend, meanwhile, thinks the exact opposite. To settle matters, the two set out to prove each other wrong. Momo to a UFO hotspot and Okarun to a haunted tunnel. What unfolds next is a beautiful young story of love and oddly horny aliens and spirits.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna.
I was like going along, like, okay, this is solid. This is solid. I got to the end of my
the
what?
manga is fairly new. It's within the last couple of years.
I assume that they get possessed and proceed in the most animalistic intercourse anime has ever seen. Is my assumption right now.
I don't know. It might be another what's that?
Healer.
Harem at the end of the world.
It's gonna be Redo of Healer
thing.
all over again.
Nah, Redo of Healer. Wait, is Redo of Healer still on Crunchyroll?
I'm
I
not
feel
sure.
like it is, but Harem at the end of the world got taken off.
That's good. That one was trash. I remember the manga. That was trash.
So, anyways, now I'm throwing this flare through the window of the anime building and now going over to the nerd dump.
No, we want to talk about Future Diary.
I just want to say it was trash. It's a bad anime.
Oh,
That was
I
my
got
statement there. It's a bad anime.
You
You
Redo
wanna-
of Healer got taken off. apparently.
Oh, that was a good one.
I know where to find it though.
Oh yeah,
Pornhub.
Yeah, basically.
yeah, you can find it there. I have no doubt.
So anyways.
xhentai.com.
One little unimportant thing, because I feel like the thing is split down the middle. Haven't got to play it yet. Got the new DLC for Cyberpunk
Sims? Oh.
2077, Phantom Liberty.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the new DLC yet. I was thinking about it, seeing if it was going to be on sale.
It is not.
No,
No.
Not this time
I
around.
didn't see any games worth buying for the Thanksgiving sales. I was like, well,
I got
okay.
Doom Eternal, like the Legendary Edition,
But
for
I
like
already-
$20.
I already have that.
I know you did. I'm just talking about myself. Screw you. I don't care if you got any deals.
I'm gonna have to use G2A. That's probably what I'll do.
Oh yeah, there's some GTOA was like having like 95% off sales and stuff.
I like
were.
G2A.
Yeah, they
Very
were.
good. They were.
It's not now because the holidays are over.
Christmas is coming up. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually there's a lot better sales.
Usually that's when I buy stuff.
So, on the topic of video games, though, I was brought to my attention that what is it? It is Epic Games, Ubisoft, Blizzard. Is it Rockstar? Was one of them?
No,
They're
you're
not
going.
Rockstar.
Okay, get your facts right. It was Epic Games, Sony, and
Oh,
Microsoft.
Sony and Microsoft. No, I heard the Blizzard and them were going to be in it too.
Blizzard's owned by Microsoft, my dude.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, sadly. Microsoft can't produce a good game by themselves, so they're just buying companies, and those companies are then making bad games.
Sounds about right.
Microsoft is just a curse.
Apparently is now, what is it? Basically, they store like voice chat stuff to monitor
No.
for.
They don't store.
You
Use-
explain it.
You're the one that came up
You
with the topic.
explain
I
it.
thought you
I
read
brought
the
it to you.
topic.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna set the record straight, okay? He is a caveman finding out how he can make fire. He doesn't know how it works. He's just describing it as spirits and God.
I don't know. Everything
Okay.
that I've found like has different like explanations of how it works.
He has no
They
idea
are
how
using
it works.
they are using a moderating system called context.ai,
Gross.
which is a learning algorithm AI system that will monitor voice chats for certain explicit
Scottish
language,
people are never gonna be able to play the game.
explicit text, and explicit like images.
Yeah.
As they're monitoring that can be stored. If they find data like that can be stored to be used as a case to ban somebody.
Right. And it's not like
They
a
don't just
free-
record the entire conversation, as far as I know. It's probably on a server somewhere, but they don't say that they're recording everybody's
Right.
conversation all the time.
But they're still
But
listening. you know?
from what I had heard about, it's basically like no matter what platform of those ones that do it, like say you got flagged over here playing Overwatch.
I could not find any data like that
Mm.
at all.
Oh, because I had heard about it was like basically like say you got flagged over there, like it was like a 3-strike system. It went for basically across all the platforms.
That's, as far as I know, unless you're using like a Steam account to play on
Cool.
all the games, which most of the time you can't. I mean, technically, you could use like an Epic account.
I mean, they could be going.
Most of
off
the accounts are
IP
pretty separate, so
stuff.
you can't just like if you have an account for Microsoft games.
Yeah,
say
usually
you have
it's-
a Minecraft
different
account.
from
It's pretty well removed from your Epic account,
right.
unless they willfully share data with other people, which I'm sure it's probably in the EULA at this point.
I
Yeah,
still
like-
think it's dumb. Unless you're making death threats, you shouldn't be. My opinion, at least, freedom of speech, First Amendment. Who?
Well, the nice thing is I've personally interacted with this system so
Mhm.
far with playing Fortnite. They don't record private voice chats.
Okay.
That system is turned off. It's only when you're interacting with public voice chats or text
Okay.
services.
See, I
Okay.
hadn't seen anything.
So
or
you
heard
can't
anything
be
on
a
that.
total a-hole to just children on Fortnite because you
Right.
feel
You still can, you just can't say certain words.
Well,
But
no,
see-
well, that's the thing is they record. It's not just explicit. It's like when I mean explicit, I mean like language you shouldn't be saying to other people.
Yeah.
Which that's the scary part because it's like, what do you determine what is language that you shouldn't? be
Right,
saying
and
to
that
other
and
people?
that was
What?
that was kind of
Like-
my thing is like kind of like YouTube. YouTube has kind of fallen into this thing, you know, like the thing of you can't swear within what is it, the first time
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Like, okay, well,
But that's also
That's-
that's not true all the time, because you can swear within the first 30 seconds. Sometimes it's also the frequency of your swearing. Other times it's also the explicitness of your swearing. Like you can say the S word within the first 30 seconds technically. But if you start saying the F word a bunch, then they start cutting down your viewership.
yeah, they,
So hear me
they
out?
constantly are like changing things. Like, let's just say that doesn't happen with games too.
Oh, it will. I mean, that's just kind of the problem with trying to control the internet in any way, shape,
Yeah.
or form.
This might be good.
I'm all for like make sure like in games because there are kids and stuff that nothing illegal is going on.
Yeah.
I'm 100% on board for that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, if I want to cuss out my buddy for playing or something, whatever.
You can do that. Like, if all three of us are in a voice chat right now, say over Fortnite, I could just be swearing up a storm at you guys. No harm's gonna come to that. I could be calling you guys names, whatever. It's only when you are on like a public server in a
So
party.
like the party or like the
Yeah.
party.
So if you want to
events
swear
and
out
all
your
that.
friends, just do it over Discord
Yeah.
or do it over private voice chat.
This
You were
is,
saying this might be good.
Yes, the people that swear at me the most are the children.
That is true.
That is-
Other
that-
than
They're the ones without self control.
that brings up a good question too that I was wondering. What happens if they unintentionally annihilate a quarter of their player base through this?
Other
which are
than
children?
The kids will learn.
other than
Yeah.
boom, I haven't been called the N word any more times than my child. Other than my boom.
What?
So this
What?
might be a good thing. This might be a good start. You
I
know.
never called you the N word.
Uh-huh,
I mean,
sure.
you've
Yeah,
called,
play it
you've
safe
called
on
him
camera.
a nerd plenty of times.
So I think we might be getting rid of kids this way. I see this as a total W. I like this. This is good.
I don't know. I'm curious because of the fact I'm curious how far they're gonna want to go with this.
Nah, it's just like any other regulations.
You know how many kids
Um,
I've sniped and they've just slurred of cusses at me?
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean-
good.
it's like any Call of Duty voice chat system.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
We got this. We're good. We're doing good, boys.
The thing is, like, the thing I don't necessarily agree with is, yes, I do agree that like cyberbullying can be a thing,
Mhm.
and that's not necessarily the like best thing in the world. Like, that's one reason I don't really play online games with strangers, because I don't feel like being called so many different slurs.
I'm a bullier. I've bullied so many women players. I'm not even lying on that. So I actually got some friends that way just by bullying them.
Weird.
It's probably because they're slowly trying to gain your address.
Maybe. I mean,
It's fun.
that's one thing I don't agree with though, is like just because there's no-
you're a girl. What a loser.
I don't agree with like, okay, if you hear that somebody's a kid, or if you hear somebody's like a woman or something
Mhm.
like that, like I have seen a lot of like recordings of people. I'm not just saying men, I'm just saying people,
Yeah.
like any type, being just absolutely horrible to people
Yeah.
on voice chats, because like they might like slip out on a shot, or like not able to like do a 1v3 or something like that to save their
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
And they just get swore out. And I don't know, personally, that's why I don't play a lot of online games with other people. I don't feel like messing up and then having to deal with 5 people yelling into my mic like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, technically you can just take the mic off and leave, but it's like, I don't want to take the mic off and leave. I want
Yeah.
to keep on playing. I don't want to necessarily have to be like, I don't
I
know,
don't know. I've had a few
raked
like,
over the
things like
coals
that.
constantly.
And the greatest joy is knowing that when I leave, I screw the party. I screw them over.
There are ways to get back at people, but it's like, okay, it's like this. Anybody that goes to work doesn't constantly want to get nagged at by their boss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They don't want their boss telling them that they're a piece of crap and stuff like that. It's no different in video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want every single person you meet, like if you're a woman or something like that. You don't want every single person that you meet, like basically flirting on you and like asking really uncomfortable questions and stuff
Yeah.
like that all the time. Like
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty disgusting.
Oh, yeah, no,
things,
the asking question, like that's gross.
no.
I just
It's
jokingly
one
bully them.
thing to rag on somebody,
Yeah.
especially if you play a couple games. That's how you get online friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like ragging on people and just like being friendly with them. So another thing to be just a disgusting human.
Yeah, discussing human being is not okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
be civil at least.
Yeah, just be civil. But like this whole AI thing can go way beyond that though.
Oh, it can.
Right.
Like,
That's
it
kind
can-
of my thing about it. Like
Yeah.
right now it seems pretty harmless, but it's like
If someone has an issue
Would
with
it-
someone, they'll report them themselves. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the interesting part is going to be like, so Fortnite is technically a T-rated game.
Mhm.
Yep.
Its maximum rating is T. Technically, they have game modes that are less rating than that, which is the weird part.
Or like some of the horror those things can be rated M.
Are they
See.
rated M?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that they ever have anything M rated.
As
it's just
far as
because
I
it's-
knew, it was rated T.
Yeah,
See,
they,
it's no different than like an episode of a TV show being rated differently from them.
Yeah, I guess that's
yeah.
true. But like, so Call of Duty is rated M.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it begs the question. So like, if they're using this system, say if Microsoft uses it in Minecraft voice chat.
Mhm.
Minecraft voice chat was for Minecraft rated T or rated E.
It's rated for everyone.
E10 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So like, okay, what if somebody accidentally is playing in like a PvP server and like gets frustrated, just like says the F word?
Yeah.
Is this AI system gonna ban him because he said the F word 5 or 6 times or something like that?
Right.
Even though he's not directing it towards anybody, he just says it in a chat. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
that kind of begs the question of like, okay, how are we gonna treat online conversation compared to real world conversation? Because I've had plenty of times as a kid walking into a store and just hearing somebody say the F word.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like you're not gonna get protected by that in the real world. So should you be protected by that in the online world?
I say nay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, how far are they gonna go with that? Like,
The other
will
thing
an M-rated game, are you gonna be able to say swear words?
right, or is it going to basically be suddenly everyone is basically forced role play of that world?
Yeah.
It's also the concept of swear words in general. Like if someone can't say
Well, it's that thing too.
If somebody can't say
permission,
sure.
okay. Yeah, well, if someone can't say the F word, they're just gonna say frick.
Okay.
right,
Yeah.
but again,
It's
And
the
that's
same
the-
thing.
that's the thing, though.
everyone's
Same thing.
definition of that is different. Some people it's nothing. Other people it's like a huge atrocity.
But it means the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, okay, DAMN. DAMN.
Yeah.
Damn. Right? Okay.
There's damn and damn, yeah.
Dang. Some people say that as the
Darn.
vanilla or darn. But it's like, okay, I don't consider damn as a curse word.
No.
No.
But then I go up to some of my more religious friends and I've said damn in front of them. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? Don't put that language in my house. I'm like, oh, okay then.
Don't even get me started on religion and cursing. That's a completely different.
No, but yeah, what is going to be considered, just like with YouTube for like that like stint of when they were changing things over, what's considered offensive, what's considered
Yeah.
we need like, okay, if you're gonna do crap like this, it needs to basically be, you need to state clearly a freaking list of exactly what everything is.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out somewhat soon, probably in the next year or so. Now, it's also going to be like people are going to figure it out as well. Like people on YouTube figured it out.
Yeah.
It sounds bad, but people learn to do videos differently.
It's just
Yeah.
they shouldn't have to.
No, they shouldn't have to. It's kind of
No.
crappy. Like even now, like you were going to ask permission to swear.
Yeah.
It's because on this podcast, I specifically
It's an
stated
E-rated.
that it's not E-rated.
Not E-rated, but
Like
no
nowhere
swearing.
in our podcast is it said that we're for children. Actually, on YouTube, every single time I upload
we
a
are
video,
not for children.
I have to say we're not
Yeah.
for children.
Yeah.
But on Anchor, which is our hosting platform, I actually have to say explicit or non-explicit.
Yeah.
Right.
Explicit is swearing, non-explicit is not swearing.
Now the
Which,
other thing,
honestly, there's been a lot of times where I've just been tempted to change it to explicit because of
Mhm.
the topics we talk about. But
now the other thing about this too, and I don't know how true this is or not, something about also it kind of not in detail, but like broadly kind of monitors gameplay to make sure there's no like basically cheating.
Mhm.
But that brings up the question then of, I've been booted from games because a lot of times my internet connection goes to crap and the game reads that like my collision is like going off the charts.
yeah,
So what happens to people like that don't have that great of internet? Their internet bugs out. Are they going to get banned because of situations out of their control?
I don't think anybody's ever going to get banned because of lag.
No, but like sometimes there's
So
certain
because movement.
yeah, there's glitches sometimes because of lag where like there's certain sheets that
That's
basically you can like break
no
collision.
clip and stuff like that.
And
Good-
sometimes when your internet lags, sometimes games will read things
That's
like
a
that.
little bit
They'd
different
probably
than
also
this AI
cross-check your
system. That's a
ping.
completely different.
When he's saying that
realm.
there's another thing that
Yeah, there's a
like
broad like
separate,
they're
yeah,
kind of
they're
bundling
introducing.
this stuff together.
I didn't read anything anywhere about them talking about like movement monitoring or anything. That's always been in games.
Yeah, but
There's always been a software
this
that
is like
monitors
part
movement.
of like kind of that whole thing of it.
No, this is a different
Because
system.
that's what I had heard about it. Like it was kind of like a bundled like cross thing.
Nope. The only thing I saw is that they partnered with Context AI to monitor chats.
Hmm.
Now there are systems like Microsoft has been implementing AI detection in movement games, but that's been going on for a couple years now.
Right, because sometimes games will like boot you out because oh yeah, this was happening and stuff.
Yes.
But
That's,
I don't know if they turn it
different.
into like a flaggable thing. That would seem a little ridiculous.
They already have. I mean, there was the new Intel GPUs.
No. Yeah.
The
NVIDIA.
Nope.
No.
Intel.
Yeah, the Intel drivers. That's an NVIDIA.
No.
Yeah, because the RTX 3080 or whatever. That's an
no.
NVIDIA.
Intel make their own graphics drivers now. On graphics cards and stuff.
Really? I
Yep.
thought NVIDIA was just.
Yep, called Alchemist. But anyways, they were using there's a graphic smoothing program in there that kind of helps you get better frame rates, boost your frame rates technically through software.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, that happened a couple years ago, kind of like when you started doing the whole military thing. So,
Okay.
But anyways, the graphics things they help boost your frame rates. But a lot of games are reading that as movement spamming, which is basically a free clicking type thing, and they would get banned. So there's been already reports
issues of that.
Yeah,
stuff.
like NVIDIA talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA was actually using a program a while back. They had to fix it. They had actually had to like talk to game developers to allow it in, but they were using something that would be registered as like a speed hack. So there's been things about that. Movement monitoring has been in games for ages.
Right. It's just the way it sounded like this was going to be like a little overboard with
That's the problem is
because it was
people like news organizations when they hear AI,
they freak out
bundle it all together.
Yeah.
They don't realize no, it's not just one overseer AI all of a sudden that's ruling over Epic, Minecraft, and stuff like that. They're using programs with AI learning technology.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator just doing a Fortnite dance.
Yeah. Well, you can already watch that. But
what?
I've sniped that.
Yeah, the T8000's in Arnold Schwarzenegger T8000. You can watch him get down and boogie.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not joking. You can get the skin. I was just looking at the Fortnite store. They had what was it? Oh, the new Transformers movie. They had Optimus Primal. And like the Transformers and stuff. I just got killed by Goku and Gojo and Levi in a match last night. They just like sniped me and then teabagged me. You guys can't see this in the podcast. I really wish we had a video podcast, but the look on his face is great. Yeah, I straight up got sniped in the face by Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. And then his team, which consisted of Goku and Gojo, just came around the corner. And then Gojo teabagged me and then took all my stuff. And I'm just like, I'm done. I was not having a good night.
This is why I don't play Fortnite.
The only reason I play is because it's super easy to play with friends. But yeah.
Hey, so there's that
Just
little
play
thing.
Enlisted. It's on any console out there.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it crossplay?
it's made by Wargaming.
I've been thinking about playing Enlisted because it looks fun. It's made by the same people that play War Thunder.
War Thunder, yep.
Yeah. I've also been thinking about getting Remnant 2.
I've heard
I
that's
actually
fun.
wanted to talk to you guys about that because it's 3-player co-op.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the first one if you guys ever want.
I had the first
Try
one as
it.
well, so
I've heard it's fun. I want to get Lethal Company. I've seen a
Lethal
lot of memes
Company
about
looks
that.
fun.
It looks really fun.
anyways,
$49.
back to the thing.
I don't remember what the other topics were.
Oh, we're gonna talk about the
Fallout.
Yeah.
So apparently it's official, and I've been out of the loop of it until I seen the picture and was
it was
happy.
released today.
Yeah, there's a Fallout TV show, and the
Both platforms are coming out too again.
I don't know. I think Amazon.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
I think so.
Not gonna lie, Amazon, in all honesty, their streaming service has been smacking out these comic and game based shows really good. Like The Boys is good, Invincible is good. Like I heard The Witcher was good until they kicked out Henry Cavill or whatever.
Yeah,
Like they're honestly doing some good things with these shows.
Well, I think wasn't The Witcher originally was through Netflix, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It probably
no,
would
it
have been.
still is on Netflix, but the problem is Netflix changed. The Netflix writers like changing stuff so
Yeah.
much that Henry Cavill got booted.
Okay.
Yeah, because he wants to keep it to like the novels and stuff.
So
Not
far,
just the
Amazon's doing
novels,
good.
he just wanted it like
Coherent and good.
Like, he was just like, can you at least base it off like the video games and novels? And they're just like, nah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, I guess I want to do this.
Peace
now.
out.
I'm still waiting for my Warhammer 40k,
was
where
promised.
Henry Cavill is just sitting at a table, probably shirtless, painting miniatures, reading Warhammer lore.
Have you played Warhammer Dark Tides?
No.
No,
Fun.
I've been contemplating
It's
getting
fun.
it, but I've gotten all the Vermintide games and been disappointed with each of them. And then
This
Dark-
is supposed to
Deathwing.
fix the Vermintide like gameplay.
Well, it was more there just wasn't much to do. Like you just mindlessly went through a horde of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Dark Tide, it looks like there's actually objectives.
There
It's
is
like
objectives, yeah.
a first person shooter with a lot more enemies than you would in a normal.
It's fun.
storyline.
I'm with a I forget what they're called. I'm a zealot with an axe, and then I got a shotgun.
Oh, nice.
Wait, you like pick a character and like level it up?
Yeah, there's zealot, there's psychers, there's the big troll guys.
Oh,
Ogrins.
I didn't know you could
Veterans.
like main a class. I thought it
Yeah.
was kind of like, oh, that's
There's
Yeah.
4 classes.
I've seen where it's like there'll be like one psyker and then the rest are all Ogrins. It was like best party ever.
Yeah,
Because it's like you have the one guy in the back supporting everybody and the Ogrins just plowing through stuff.
That reminds me of the time when we used to play paladins.
Oh,
There'd be like 4 healer, no,
yeah.
it'd be 4 healers and the
tank.
one tank.
And
It's just
everyone
like-
support the
Yeah.
tank.
the tank was unstoppable at that point.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get it because I've been getting more into like Warhammer 40k. I mean, as people probably hear.
I still know barely anything.
You know,
about
you
the
said
universe,
you
but I
talk
know
about that on the podcast, and yet you haven't made any of your miniatures yet.
I know.
You
That's
don't
part of miniature
know how
collecting.
to play the game
I need to get
yet.
some miniatures.
That's part of the hobby.
You are broke, my dude. You don't need to get in miniatures.
It's-
Anyways, you can't go to the local game store, and you can't just go buy miniatures.
I
You are
can.
broke, my dude.
Like I'm getting 2 paychecks Friday. Basically.
You don't know if that's your like next 2 months paycheck.
I'll be back in North Carolina. The army will feed me.
You already told me the army doesn't feed you. You can't get up in time to let the army feed you.
Not on the weekends. And sometimes, the cooks decide they want a day off or a week off. Or 2 weeks off.
You know you would die by that point,
So,
right?
to have a solid job, apparently, if I ever want to go into the military, I just go in and be like, I want to be a cook.
Yeah, basically.
yeah.
Yeah. Be an airborne cook and you get all the time off that you want.
And then I just never.
Are you sure? Are you sure they're getting time off, or are they just having to do the same crap you have to do?
No, the training regime is completely different.
Is it?
Yes.
All right.
My training regime is shoot mortars and guns. Their training regime is put powder eggs into water and undehydrate.
I'll make it explode. But yeah, going back to it. Fallout TV show, the picture looks like it might be good. I'm not going to rely completely on it, but the picture is good with all the photoshopping.
Hopefully it doesn't end up like the Halo TV show.
Yeah, the Halo TV show looked good as well.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the first episode looked good. The story sucked.
But no, the Fallout show looks, from the visuals, looks good.
I'm not going to be too hard on it just because Fallout has lore, but really you don't have to strike on every point like on a lot of stuff because how
Yeah.
open and big the world
He
is.
says this is going to be the most critical person.
Oh,
in the world about
probably.
it.
No, that'd be an Elder Scrolls thing. If they did an Elder Scrolls show, I would be sitting there like, no, this is not to the obscure lore.
Yeah.
This is
I-
the wrong
I'm
order.
afraid I'm gonna be like that with the Fallout show because I was already like looking over their story synopsis and like questioning like why they're using Vault 33 and like why is it like set at
Yeah,
this
he brought out his
time.
book and he's like comparing it with all the
The
lore
only Fallout
ever.
book I have is a Fallout cookbook.
Now, see,
That's what I was wondering why you
when the-
pulled that out and was comparing it to that. Like,
when they get to the Warhammer 40k thing, I won't actually be too harsh on that because in the very lore of Warhammer, it is how does it go? All stories
All
are
hail their
possible, but whether they're true or not is subject. That's how they explain like all the ridiculous stuff.
They just say that so that way they don't have to get.
Yeah, they don't have to. They don't have to be like
Do you
Yeah,
main the orcs?
consistent.
Are you trying to main the orcs? Because I feel like he'd main the orcs
Huh?
in Warhammer. I feel like he'd main the orcs.
He's maining
Yeah.
Battle Sisters.
Yeah, Adeptus.
That's
Sorry,
kinky. I like it. I can accept that.
That's kind of what I told him. I'm like, okay, you want your waifu battle nuns? I
Yeah.
get that.
S&M Battle Nuns. I
Yeah.
was thinking of going the same route, but I
No,
decided
it was
to go.
more
with that.
like I have lots of flamethrowers and I like to light stuff on fire.
I was thinking
So,
Chaos Marines.
No, too many pieces to paint.
I have Necrons
no.
right now.
I
I'm thinking
almost-
of building or no, I don't. I have Tau right now, but I'm thinking of building Necrons.
I almost went actually with Death Guard.
Okay.
Except
Death Guard's cheating.
Death Guard is cheating. That's kind of why I didn't do it because like all
Anything
the
that
damage
allows
is
you just to
half.
put the Black Plague onto the battlefield is just cheating.
That's the best part, though.
No, it's not.
And then Boom would not have like if we do ever get to play Boom wouldn't have a good time if I went out and bought a great unclean one. I'm like, so I got this.
I was thinking about being the Tyranids.
No,
Why?
no.
I like playing
No.
Zerg and StarCraft.
The
I just-
Tyranids are pretty cool.
Yeah, I like being the bug people and just infesting and destroying.
The only problem is you need some pretty high point things to actually do anything
Yeah.
because their battlefield troops are pretty crappy. Like
Well,
yeah.
they're only
Like
meant to do
Zerglings.
one thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: like they don't withstand anything.
Yeah.
Like they're almost. I think I don't know the
Well,
rules.
they're
probably
meant to
change.
overwhelm.
Yeah, like Zergs and Zerglings.
But the
Yeah.
problem
I
is
can
you
make
need-
200 Zerglings, but I ain't gonna do nothing if
The
someone's
thing
got
is,
sky
you need
units.
a crap ton of the little troops, or you can have a couple of, like the bigger troops. It's just like the bunch of little troops is going to cost you a lot of money.
Have you played
Yeah.
StarCraft?
Yes, but also at the same time, you don't have to buy every individual troop for StarCraft, my dude.
Not in the real world, no.
Yeah, but in Warhammer, you do.
Yeah.
it costs you like $100 for like a set of.
If I get good enough at Warhammer, I can join the Army Warhammer League, which, yes, it's a thing, and you get paid just for playing Warhammer. And they'll pay for all your Warhammer figurines.
That
Well,
is not a
see
real.
ya.
That is a real thing. Look
See
it
ya,
up.
my
Boom. I'm
God.
going and enlisting.
That is a real thing.
That is stupid.
It is what it is.
I guess.
I
but-
mean, if you think about it, though, it does kind of work out because it is actually kind of like teaching like tactics and stuff.
yeah, that's true.
Any sport or any game that you can play it professionally for the Army.
Yeah, it's
And
kind
they
of
will
an
pay
odd
you.
thing. Yeah, because it used to be back in the day, like way back in the day, long before any of us. The big thing was like Army was like big into boxing and
Yeah.
football
Yeah.
and stuff.
I mean, they still are. They have
Choir.
a football league and stuff.
You also got a choir.
I'm surprised that you can play competitive Warhammer
Yeah.
for the Army.
Yeah, but I mean,
You play
it's a-
competitive Call of Duty for the Army.
Next, you're gonna tell me you can play competitive Magic for the Army.
I think you probably can, actually.
I don't think there's a competitive Magic.
but
player
it
for
does
the
it does
Army.
kind of make sense too because
You're
the-
looking this up. Now,
I am,
aren't
yes.
you? Oh,
it kind of
God.
makes sense though to have these things because you are literally being removed out of society, so it's like it does keep a little bit of like some normalcy for you.
I guess.
Like if they don't need you in a place, I mean, at least you get to live life a little bit.
Yeah.
This is not really related, but there's an alliance of military magic players. It's called AMP.
Huh.
Boom's
Not
over here,
yet,
like, I
there's
need to
not,
challenge
but
all of
The
them.
United States Army has an esports team.
Yes, I did know about that.
And if the Army can make money from it, you can just
Well, I know the Army encourages like in certain groups like video games and stuff you could too like kind of teach like working together and stuff.
Yeah.
I could probably write out a paper, and if I wanted to, if I was good enough, I could be like, "Hey, Uncle Sam, I want to play Magic together competitive. Will you let me and pay for me?" They'd probably be like, "Yeah. What else are we gonna throw tax dollar monies at? Looks good enough for me."
Well,
True.
this is probably a one and only time I had anything to throw at the podcast. You got anything else?
No, we talked about everything.
You got yourself to throw at the podcast. What are you talking about? Yeah, there you go.
I don't think Boom would like me on the
So-
equipment.
Please don't.
Makes for some-
I am beyond broke. I literally this is the first time, not to get too real life, but this is the first time I'm actually like negative dollars and waiting for my next paycheck.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm there right now.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, the anxiety and exhilaration is amazing.
Oh, I just have given up.
Oh,
I feel nothing. I just don't look at my bank account anymore until I need to.
that's what I've done.
Yeah.
It's not there if you can't see it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It relieves anything from your body. Just forget it exists and lay in your bed and do nothing.
Yep.
It's pretty much what
So this is the PSA. Please don't break my audio equipment.
But the sound effects would be great.
No, it would not be.
Shrieking.
It would
The
not.
sound audience, no, in his defense, it would produce some pretty good sound and some good reaction audio.
Yeah. Anyways, that's all we got. So
We're gonna raid
I
Weeze's
guess-
house now. We're actually right outside his house.
Are you trying to end the podcast? Is that what you're
Yeah, we're
doing?
trying to-
I got the
You're failing.
I
right
got the
now.
gun right here.
Is there
You want me
someplace
to
you gotta
end
go?
the podcast?
Someplace
I
you
don't know.
gotta
Do
be?
we have anything else to do? Or
No.
record or talk about?
You just are really horribly failing at ending the podcast.
Horrible at everything, my dude.
I'm just
That's
trying
what I do
just trying to give you a
professionally.
Segue. Are you trying to end the podcast?
Trying to end
Yes.
the podcast? He's trying to end the
If you
podcast.
like this podcast,
Should we let him end the podcast?
do-
So is the question.
do
Should we,
the thing.
You know.
All right, Pyros, be quiet.
Oh.
do the thing, like and subscribe at whatever platforms Boom spews into the aether.
This is on all the platforms.
Okay,
All
it's
of
on
them.
all the platforms. Subscribe to everything.
I'm even contemplating making a Pornhub account just to
Yeah.
You know what?
Let's make an OnlyFans.
Make an Apple TV subscription even.
We're on Apple.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's get on. What's that one thing that everyone's using now? The green thing?
X,
No.
the green thing.
Yeah, the green. That's like supposed to be a competitor to YouTube. Talking about.
Rumble?
Yeah, let's get on that.
Nah.
I don't think it's Rumble. Hold on.
I don't think you're talking about Rumble either.
I feel like Rumble is where grouchy old Karens go.
Probably. Anyway,
Anyways, yeah.
we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Janya.